And America's political class is divided on partisan lines when it comes to Trump's tariff tirade against India. Now, the question asked to Trump administration is this: why is India being singled out for Russian oil purchase, but China is spared for being a top buyer? Now, in a long post on social media platform X, the Democrats' Foreign Affairs Committee wrote, and I'm quoting here, instead of imposing sanctions on China or others purchasing larger amounts of Russian oil, Trump singling out India with tariffs, hurting Americans and sabotaging the U.S. India relationship in the process. Just days ago, Blue Camp lawmakers launched a similar scathing attack on Trump. They said, and I'm quoting here again, "Tariffing India won't stop Putin. If Trump really wanted to address Russia's illegal invasion of Ukraine, maybe punish Putin and give Ukraine the military aid it needs. Everything else is smoke and mirrors." Now, the remarks from Democrat lawmakers come a day after Trump's whopping 50% tariff on Indian goods came into effect. It also comes on the heels of a series of remarks made by Trump's trade advisor Peter Navarro. In an interview with Bloomberg, Navarro made a bizarre claim that the Russia-Ukraine war is the Indian Prime Minister's war, saying that the road to peace in Ukraine passes through the Indian capital. Well, Navarro said, and I'm quoting here, "What's troubling to me is that Modi is a great leader. India is a mature democracy, and yet they look us bald-faced in the eye and say that they don't have the highest tariffs in the world when in fact they do. Then they say we're not going to stop buying Russian oil. What does that mean? Russia uses the money it gets to fund its war machine, kill more Ukrainians, and then Ukraine comes to US and Europe and says, give us more money. So American taxpayers lose because we've got to fund Modi's war." Now, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi has repeatedly reiterated a call for peace. In conversations with Putin and Zelensky during state visit to both the countries last year, Modi had categorically urged and called for negotiations and said that this is not the era of war. The U.S. has imposed additional tariffs or penalty for Russian imports only on India while sparing other buyers of Russian oil such as China and Turkey. China currently faces a 30% tariff while U.S. has imposed 15% tariff on Turkey. Both are significantly lower than India's 50%. Now, India has repeatedly pointed to Europe and America's double standards in the ongoing tariff war. Citing data, India has hit out at the West for its continued Russia trade, while Washington singles out New Delhi to implement the highest tariff rate on any Asian country.